Start. Madam Chairman, we in the House belong to different political persuasions. We have differences of opinion in the approaches in the defense matters by the government on particular defense programs. But there has always been and there is today also a rare unanimity among all members in our affection and respect for the fighting men of the defense forces, whether they be in Siachen Glacier, whether they be in our desert frontier, whether they are on the high seas or fighting in the air. My senior colleague, the Defense Minister Shri Sharad Pawar, during the last 2 months after taking charge, visited the remotest fronts of our country where our Jawans are in a state of readiness, including Siachen, and participated in naval exercises. He has also taken pains to visit our workers in our defense production units and scientists in the research and development units who are giving able support to our defense efforts. Madam, we are aware of the de-escalation of tensions in the world, the receding of the possibility of a nuclear war, largely due to the epoch-making initiative taken by great world leaders. But then, as far as India is concerned, we have to live with the geopolitical regional situation and our threat perceptions in our immediate environment, which are of an extremely serious nature. We are aware of these threat perceptions. We are aware of Pakistan's nuclear capability and program, and we are aware of the rate at which Pakistan is arming itself, the way they are acquiring more sophisticated arms from the United States, China, and even the reported acquisition of Iraqi tanks from Saudi Arabia. We are all only too much aware of their involvement in destabilization of our country in Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab. We are also aware of the military developments in China. I do not want to go into the details, but I would like to assure the honorable members that a very detailed and systematic assessment of the strategic and technological environment faced by this country has already been prepared by the defense planning staff and the concerned ministries, including the Ministry of External Affairs. It is in a process of detailed discussion in the Ministry of Defense. After finalization of this document, it will form the basis for determining our principal security objectives and planning strategies in our defense during the 11th 5-year plan. I, as the Minister of State in the Ministry of Defense, had recently an opportunity to visit Russia and chair a meeting on Indo-Russian defense cooperation. That was 2 or 3 days before the happenings there. The COP we had very useful discussions, and I am happy to say that out of the 13 major issues which had to be sorted out with the Soviets in relation to the supply of spares and equipment and also continuing new programs, more than 10 issues were satisfactorily resolved and protocols entered into. The discussions were very cordial and productive. I would like to assure you, Madam Chairman, and through you, the House, that Indo-Russian friendship and cooperation has been built on the strongest foundations by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and our national leaders for the last 40 to 45 years. This cooperation will be pursued. I would not like to say dependence on Russia as far as our armaments, equipment or technology is concerned, but I would like to say that this cooperation is based on mutual respect. This is not a friendship between two peoples, two governments. This is a friendship between two nations who represent 1 billion people, or 1/5 of the entire humanity. We are very sure, and that is the signal we are getting from Russia also, that the Indo-Russian friendship across the entire gamut or spectrum of cooperation we have painstakingly built over the year will continue, and the Indo-Russian defense cooperation will be an integral part of it. India shall do everything in its part, and the Defense Ministry shall take such approaches as to strengthen this cooperation, and we hope that we will get complete reciprocity from Russia. This is not to say that we will not keep our windows open to the world. This is not to say that we will in any way compromise our defense preparedness in relation to the necessity of getting stores, getting equipment, modernizing our armed forces. At no stage will our defense preparedness be compromised. Madam Chairperson, we are all aware of the constraints of the defense budget. It is a part of the constraints of the overall budget of the nation. This year, the defense budget has been enhanced by 3% over the budget estimates of 2010 to 11. This is less than the amount suggested by the Committee on Defense Expenditure, which was formed to curtail defense expenditure. This is much less than the demands projected by the services and the agencies under this ministry. Stop.